Welcome back. In this video, we'll make sure to create our database, the tables of news. For that, we need to check our, we need to log in, right? So karthik.com and whatever the password is. So we are logged in here. So uh, forget about this. We don't have the HTTP request. That's why HTTPS request. I mean, the way I don't have the secure connection. That's why it is saying that it's an error. So we don't need to care about this since it's a local host. Nobody can access this one. So basically, that's how it should work. So we don't need to care about that. Exactly it. So we have this one, right? So now we are going to learn two different things. So we are going to learn relationship in Adonis. So relationship is basically giving some relationship between two tables. Basically, uh, what we can say is two different kinds of relationships. So, in fact, let's open the. Uh, so two different kind of relationship we can have. One is one-to-one relationship. So what one-to-one relationship is? So let's say a person has a profile, right? So your person should have only one profile, right? So a user table belong has one profile, but a user can have multiple news, right? So this is the two different kind of things, which is a profile belongs to one user, which is one to one relationship, right? A user can have multiple news, which is one to many relationship, right? So we don't have profile kind of things in our application. We are going to jump to this one. All right, so we are going to use this one, but I'll tell you how to use one-to-one relationship in our application. All right, so let's start here. uh, let's start with user table. So if you go ahead and see here, this has many tokens, right? So there is a uh, already a relationship between a token table and uh, users table, right? So if you have a news table, if you have a profiles table, you just need to say profile and just say return this has one app app models profile. All right, and this is how it should work. In the profiles table, what you will do is inside profiles table you just do different thing. So you just say user and return this belongs to app models user. Right, so this is basically has one and belongs to. This is the reverse relationship for user with profile. So this is basically uh, uses a used for a foreign key thing. So if you don't explicitly mention a foreign key here, just doing relationship and having a, since inside profiles table we have this has one profile, right? So inside profiles table, just having a user ID field will make sure that we have the relationship here. So basically, when you are doing this, you should have a user ID inside the profiles table. So whatever it is. So and if you have another like news and inside comments, you have a news and comments inside news. A comment should a comment should belongs to a news, right? So when in comments ID in comments table, you just need to mention that it is news ID. All right. So having this field will make sure that we have relationship between this, and we need to do what we need to do is we need to create that relationship between both, right? Since we are not using this, just comment this out. Let's clean this up so that we have some space here. So let's delete this here as well. We'll have this one so that you can see afterwards when I put this in GitHub. Alright, so first things first, we need to create the models. For that, I'm opening a terminal here. Obviously, Adonis make model. What model is going to be a news model, right? So -m, there is the option of -m flag, which is used to create the table for that model. So basically, a news model should have a table, right? So -m will create that migration as well. So -m will create this. If you see, models is created here and migrations is created here. So if you go ahead and check this one, actually here we have our new schema. Alright, so great. As I mentioned, the table dot integer user ID, and it should be user ID shouldn't be null, not nullable, right? So it should not be null, not nullable, and right. So it should not be null. So that's what not nullable is for. All right, cool. It'll start creating new things afterwards. Before that, we'll do the one to many logic here. So news, and say return this has many app models news. All right, so reverse relationship inside news is just create a user and say return this has one, sorry, excuse me, this belongs to app models user. All right, that should do. Again, this is the relationship here, and having a user ID is easily created. So this user ID is required to make sure that we have relationship set up. All right, it looks for a user ID. If I go ahead and relationships inside Lucid here, relationships, you must see this one, right? So having this one has one profile, and it should have the user ID here. So basically has one relationship primary key foreign key. So this is what we can pass. We're just passing that related model only. But if you want to change this primary key or foreign key, we can change that. But in our case, we don't need to do that. Right? So if you go ahead and say database table, users table belongs to a profiles table, right? So user profiles table should have a foreign key of user ID, which should be an integer. All right? So that's the core logic of it. And what else you can do? All right, so this is how it should work. So basically, I just go to relationship here and first read this so that we can go ahead and build this app. So if you don't know how to do that, please feel free to read everything here before moving on. So that I'm going to stop here, and I'll make the I'll make creation of our table, finishing our table, migrating our table, and writing the code to next video. I'm just moving that to the next video. All right. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.